Hi friends! I wanted to share a book called Moose on the Loose by Kathy Jo Worgen with you. I will be reading it right after this little spiel. And I wanted to introduce the game. So I made these little cards, and it's going to be a matching and memorization game using rhymes from the book I'm going to read. So all of the words on these cards are from the book. And I have the link that I will share with you to get these exact cards that you can print out. And if you don't have a printer or anything like that, you can simply get a piece of paper, a few pieces of paper, and write down the words. And then I'll show you how to play the game right after the book reading. So this is Moose on the Loose. What would you do with a moose on the loose? Would you chase him or race him or stand up to face him? What would you do with a moose on the loose? What would you do with a moose in your yard? Would you ask for a ride or invite him to slide? What would you do with a moose in your yard? What if that moose came to live in your house? Would you read him a book? Would you teach him to cook? Would you ask him to dance? Would you dress him in pants? What would you do with a moose in your house? Now, what if that moose went upstairs to your room? Would you share all your toys? Would you make lots of noise? Would you play hide and seek? Do you think he would peek? Would you beat him at chess? Would he make a big mess? Would you ask him to sing and then crown him as king? What if that moose started wearing your socks? Would you cry? Would you yell? Would you tell him they smell? Would you give him 2 more and then bid him farewell? And what if that moose took a bath in your tub? Would you give him 2 boats? Would you see if he floats? Would you towel him dry? Would you tell him don't cry? Would you find his pajamas and then feed him pie? What if that moose went to sleep in your bed? Would you tuck him in tight? Would you kiss him goodnight? Would you tickle his toes? Would you pinch at his nose? Would you plump up his pillow and turn out the light? Would you shout, "This is it! You are too big to fit"? And what if that moose says to you the next day, "I think I will stay"? Would you chase him away? Would you say it's okay? Then go ask your mother. She has the last say. The end. As I mentioned in the letter, I don't suggest using all 26 cards unless you feel like you're ready, and I mean, people are taking turns, or if you just have your child playing by themselves, but I suggest maybe 5 pairs, so that's about 10 cards. So I will pick my 10 cards, and then I will show you how to play the game. So I picked my cards, here they are, and then all you have to do is flip them down, and I will show you that in a second. Hi everyone, so you can all see I put the cards face down, and over here are the cards that I have not used yet, and you can use them for a different round. And all you have to do is simply turn a card over and say the name out loud, dry, and you flip over another one, away. Do those rhyme? I don't think so. So you just flip them back over, and then you'll do it again. Say, and cry. That doesn't work either. So let's try again until we get a match. So dry and cry. It's also a memorization game because then you can kind of figure out where all of the other cards are. Makes it a little easier. And then you take these out, put them aside, and then you finish with this round, and then when you're done, you could use the other cards or add more cards and just make it very fun for yourself and make it a game with your family. Take turns. You could get the most matches. It's very quite simple and very easy, but make sure to say floats and say them out loud.